Hi, welcome to Cardinal Rose Tarot. I'm just going to be sitting here and kind of finishing my setup while I wait for people to arrive for the live. Hopefully some folks will show up. It's a little bit impromptu for me. Oh, I didn't think about that I can't. Let me just go to my channel here and see. Oh yeah, here we go. Hi, I see that someone's in here. Hi, welcome in. I'm hoping that this will work okay. Can you let me know if you're in here in the chat? Whether this stream's streaming okay, either with just the thumbs up emoji, or let me know in the chat whether the audio's working or whether the stream is working okay. Could someone let me know that's in here? That would be very appreciated. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. You don't have to let me know. If you don't want to, I appreciate people might not want to be seen in the chat. I wasn't really thinking about that. So welcome, my name is Cynthia. Thank you for being here. Today is Thanksgiving in the US. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you. Just here to do a reading. I had a rough couple days with some interference with my channel and just feeling thwarted with my projects. But I'm on a better energy finally, and not trying to just remember to keep my sense of humor about it, right? There's only so much you can do. Hopefully this stream is still streaming okay. And I'll keep my eye on the chat. I'm still kind of learning how to do that, so everybody just bear with me. I can get kind of lost in the reading and getting to check chat, or I'll check the chat and then forget to attend to the reading, right? So let me just get going here. This is just going to be a collective message. What do we need to know? What are the positive things? What are the positive things we have coming? What are maybe some things that we'll have to be grateful for on the horizon? Or what are the things that we have happening in our lives right now that are worth remembering, that can uplift us, right? I've had a lot of high drama, high kind of dark readings lately, which is okay. Those are helpful readings too when they happen, but I'm hoping for maybe something a little bit less less intense today, but we'll see. Whatever wants to come out or needs to come out or will be the most helpful. Hi, thank you for commenting. No, I'm not summoning a demon. I am reading cards. Thanks for letting me know that you're here. And if someone can let me know in the chat whether this is streaming okay with the audio and the visual, that would be great. But the answer is no, I'm not summoning a demon. I'm doing a tarot card reading. I don't believe that tarot is demonic. There's probably going to be people maybe always showing up in the chat saying that's demonic. I don't know. That happened last time too. What do we need to know, Spirit, for this collective? Well, we have the Ace of Swords, so there's truth coming out. Some kind of truth about the end of feeling ostracized, or the end of feeling on the outside of something that hasn't been available to you, that maybe you yearned for or that you craved. There's justice coming for you, and truth. The truth is being revealed. You're getting some type of justice or vindication. And this has Magus in reverse or Magician in reverse. So it might be that there was some esoteric practitioner working against you, or it might just be somebody highly manipulative and operating in your life like a abuser, or like someone that fucks with your head kind of thing, right? But it could also be somebody that's a little bit more like a spiritual practitioner, right? Hi, Raul. Thank you for being here. Sunset and stars. I do believe in Jesus. Thank you for asking. I do believe in Jesus. I believe that he was a teacher that taught us about compassion and humanity and a loving God, right? Versus simply a vengeful, wrathful God, right? Who I'm here for that too, because sometimes you need some wrathful God energy. But let's see, what else? What else wants to come out? Somebody's feeling going to be receiving vindication. Maybe after somebody was working against them or manipulating them, causing them problems in their day-to-day life. And you have been, the end is here of feeling like you've been cast out by your community or something, for whoever this reading is for. This reading may not be for everyone, so if it's not making sense to you and you're like, what is she talking about? That's likely not for you. These readings, when they come out for people that are like, oh my God, yes, this is confirming what I've already been suspecting. So that's the kind of stuff you want to listen for if you're not much of a tarot person. So in the vulnerability position here is the Knight of Wands. So this person might have kind of come in and been like a snake oil salesman or something. Somebody that charmed the pants off of you and then disappeared in the night with your wallet. It's something like that you might have felt. I'm picking up romance scam actually for someone. And I was just watching a show about romance scams. I think it's called Love Con Revenge. It's on Netflix right now. And it's this kind of energy that you might have experienced where you got conned by someone who convinced you that they loved you and then they stole from you. That might be coming through for some people. And now what's happening is, as you've tried to tell your story, you've been somewhat ridiculed. And they were talking about that on the show itself, that because it's considered to be like, look, these are consenting adults, and if someone's lying to you online, you have a responsibility to be trying to watch out for yourself, right? That's kind of been how people have been treated, getting love conned like this. So they're embarrassed and ashamed, men in particular. I've had clients, actually, I'm a therapist, and I've had clients experiencing it, older men getting conned by someone online through a chat group or whatever, right? And then they can't face the fact that they were conned because they don't want to admit it. They feel embarrassed, they feel ashamed, they feel stupid. And honestly, sometimes the person who's vulnerable to the con is so lonely that they'll go into denial about it and think there's no way this person's conning me. There's too convincing, right? So I'm picking up on something like that for somebody, and it's coming to light. The truth has come out. This person was very manipulative. What's important to remember for this person experiencing this is that justice is here. They're being brought to justice, okay? I don't know how, if it's that their identity is being revealed, because that's, again, on that show, that's what they were talking about, that often the person never is prosecuted, but just the fact that their identity is out there for other people to be aware of and watch out for, and shamed kind of in the public circle, right? That's punishment for people that do these cons, right? Like a love scam, a romance scam. It really put your light out for a while. It really hurt your sense of who can I trust in the world, and is there even good anymore, right? Or is anyone really trustworthy? I have a loved one in my family who we went through a really horrible trauma as a family, all of us. It was devastating. And when we were very early in the process, this loved one of mine ended up meeting someone who seemed like they were also going through something really difficult, and they were going to fall in love and go on this healing journey together. Well, this person was really horrible, like a manipulator, a liar, totally made up stuff about their life that wasn't even true. And my loved one felt totally devastated and betrayed because she was already down, right? Already at a really low point, grieving, traumatized, whatever. And then this person comes in and she thinks it's going to be this wonderful thing. And then it turned out to be somebody that really made it even worse, right, for a while. It really had that effect on you. This made you feel like, I don't even know if I believe in the goodness of humanity, kind of thing. It may have brought your life kind of to a halt where you're like, I don't know how to move forward. I'm not sure what to do. Now I'm in debt. Now I've got to try to find my way back into where I'm back in the black. Like, this person might have really jeopardized your situation by how they scammed you. And yeah, you are really stung from this and having a hard time healing. What's the energy is where things are headed is the Ten of Wands in reverse. You're really struggling to heal from this, is what I'm feeling. What is the Ten of Wands in reverse and where the energy is heading? I'm so sorry, because this reading is coming out maybe because you really need some kind of a sense of hope. And it's here because this reading is coming out saying you're going to be getting justice. Justice is here. Maybe this is saying the end of the wait is over. Let's see. Yeah, judgment. It's judgment day for this person that did this to you. I'm so sorry. It's really hurt your heart. This is totally a romance scam. That's what's coming through, is that somebody scammed you romantically. And it really has hurt you. Just so you know, it's judgment day for them. Whoever this reading is for, they're not getting away with it. Whether it's criminally or reputationally, it's all coming out. It's being exposed with this with this Ace of Swords in the upright. Your period of feeling ostracized and ridiculed or blamed, like victim blamed, is what I'm feeling here. Like, you got blamed for the crime committed against you. That's ending. That period of yeah, this person was a liar. This person was a huge liar, and it's coming out. It's judgment day for him. This could also be something like, I was just listening to the criminal defense attorney. He was being interviewed by a true crime channel. He's Alex Murdaugh's criminal defense attorney. And so that man is notorious, the Alex Murdaugh is, right? For that whole crime in the Low Country and the Carolinas. Like, that crime is wild to explore and learn about. And that whole family legacy of trauma. Talk about a family legacy of trauma. That is that. This is somebody like that. Alex Murdaugh finally being brought down when nobody in that county thought that he would ever see justice, right? And the criminal defense attorney, to be fair about what I'm talking about, is saying they think they have really good grounds for a new trial, and maybe that's the case, right? I personally believe he's guilty of the things he's been convicted of. But it's somebody like him. He was so powerful. He was the law in his county. And yet he came down. He was brought down finally. But it took a long time. This is what I'm feeling for you, is that this may have been a really long time coming, to the point that you might have a hard time believing that it's really real. I'm feeling that this person really is going to be brought to justice. It's really interfered with your ability to recover from it. The fact that this person has never seen any justice. So I'm going to pull some more cards now to find more out about this. Okay. Thanks, I guess. I don't know what you're saying. Must not be for you, I guess. This reading isn't. So we're going to keep going here. What are some more of the details of the situation for this person that's being brought down? This person felt all powerful to you, like they were never gonna see justice, and that you were maybe you might have been thinking about, how am I gonna get revenge because I'm not seeing justice in the justice system. You might have been contemplating revenge against this person, and now it's breaking wide open and that he's going down. What were the circumstances of this? Can we tell more details about how this person scammed you? They sent you they got you into some kind of a false agreement, a false contract with them. And we talked about that they ran away in the night with your money like a romance scam. They might have even married you, or they got you to co-sign on a home for them, right? Or something really gnarly like romance scammers do. It got you trapped. They got you trapped into some kind of a contract that then, and this is you'll hear people talk about that in a romance scam too, that the deeper in they get, it's almost like it starts being counterintuitive. Like when you should be saying, get out, get out, get out before you lose anymore, you're thinking, well, I've got to see it through because I've already given so much. And it's like this faulty thinking that can start happening, that you hear people talk about that were victims of this crime. So you may have felt trapped, or they could have been doing something like blackmailing you, right? Where they came in. Like another thread I'm picking up on for someone is that you might have been not behaving so great too in this equation. Like maybe you were participating in an affair yourself with this person, and then they flipped the script on you and started blackmailing you and saying, I'm going to tell your wife unless you pay me, right? Or whatever it could be. And in fact, I know somebody like that intimately in my own life that fucked someone over like that. Okay, it's not somebody that I'm in a relationship with. I don't vibe with them. Okay, I'm against what they did, but they did something like that. They caught this person up in an affair, then flipped the script on him and said, I'm pregnant, and now if you don't give me some money, I'm going to tell your wife. Okay, it was something like that maybe you got caught up in. For some people, it's not going to be for everybody. About money, you got caught up in a false contract that ripped you off. You can't make it up. It's right here. From a lot of money, from your abundance. They stole from you. Flying monkeys. So they might have started, this would be that, like someone blackmailing you, like, harassing you, threatening you online if you don't pay up, kind of stuff. You might have really been at some point feeling like you had nowhere to go, nowhere to turn. These people were exploiting you totally and just going to get away with it, and you were going to continue. I mean, it was like that. You really lost all hope is what came through, and now it's saying there's justice. What's going to be happening now, Spirit, now that this is changing and this is coming out? What's going to be happening now? Oh, I feel so much better. This energy feels cleared out. There's no more interference. I can feel a big shift in the energy myself, just doing readings. So I think I'm also feeling your energy of like, when the light of truth shines on something, how good it feels, that it's finally we're telling the truth. Finally, we're not lying. Finally, we're not upholding a myth, right? Finally, we're coming to Jesus, like Judgment Day, okay? Finally, the truth is here. Nobody's lying anymore. And often people, even Alex Murdaugh, again, to use an example from a famous case, was relieved to have it all come out, relieved to be finally admitting, I've been addicted to oxys for like the last 15 years, right? Like finally all of the truth is coming out, because a lie like that, especially a generational, multi-generational lie, is like a cancer. It is. And it's like, once the truth is coming out, the healing can start. And there hasn't been any healing here because the lie has been upheld, right? And now the lie has come crashing down. And your health is improving now because of that. Because the truth is, the light of the truth is shining on this situation. What do you have to look forward to now? What's happening now that this is coming out? What's going to happen for you? What's going to happen now that the truth is being revealed? What's going to happen? This person that was seen as like untouchable, their reputation is in the gutter. Okay, they've lost their reputation totally, and because of that, you're being vindicated. So where you were being ostracized, you are now being vindicated, and people are seeing you were actually the one telling the truth the whole time, right? They've lost their reputation. They're a king of swords in the reverse. They're a magician in the reverse, and everybody sees it now. This is similar energy to like the emperor has no clothes, right? Everybody was upholding the lie Now that the lie has been revealed, everybody can start healing, not just you, but it's like a community I'm feeling as well. This person has lost their standing, so they've lost their career from this. This is something that has brought down their career, okay? They've lost their career and their reputation from having done this to you. Love is coming for you, maybe of a genuine nature, right? So if this was somebody that scammed you and others in love, maybe now what you have to look forward to as a victim of this crime is a true, sincere person. Let's find out more about that. Yeah, have faith. Star in the reverse in the center of things. It's going to restore your faith in people. Okay, this love that's coming after such a devastating blow to your sense of like, who can you really trust? And that's real. Like when you, that's what this person was saying in this romance scam that I was just watching, where she was crying, right, as this was all coming out and the lie, the depth of the lie was being revealed. And she was like, I was slept next to this person. I slept next to this person and I didn't know. I was sleeping next to the enemy, right? How scary and unsettling that felt. And it really came through, like that she was in love with this person and the whole time had no clue what they were really capable of, right? That's a very scary, unsettling feeling. Hi, Costea Photo. Jesus is King. Beautiful. Thank you for being here. Faith. Yeah, it's going to restore your faith in humanity. The fact that this person is going to come into your life, remind you that there are still good people in the world, that there is real love, that not everybody is a liar and a scammer. I think part of why it hurt and was so devastating is because this person was so good. They were a magician in reverse. They were so convincing that it's like the people I was talking about at the beginning of the reading, where they were so convincing that you've had to, even now, what I'm picking up on is keep telling yourself and reminding yourself, don't lapse back into thinking, no, how could they, right? And reminiscing about, that's the mind fuck, because it was all a lie. And so that's what's made it so hard to heal. You will heal, especially with this justice coming for this liar that fooled so many people. It's going to be really, I just keep feeling like the sun coming out again after a really, really dark period. And it brings that freshness and newness and opportunity again, optimism again, faith, right? All of that is here. What else? One more. Yeah. And no more dark surprises, right? No more dark surprises. No more horrible surprises. Surprise, I need more money. Surprise, your bank account's been hacked, right? All of the horrible ways that this person was impacting you, it's over. So now, because we're sitting in here, if anyone's in the live and has a question for me, I'm happy to answer a question, or what I might do is just move into doing some scrying work. But I'm happy to answer questions, and I don't necessarily mean questions about me, although I might answer some, I guess. But mainly I'm talking about if you want me to ask tarot a question for you, I'm happy to do that for anyone that's in here. Yes, thank you, got that. Jesus is King. Looks like there's 3 people in here. Does anyone have any questions? Let me scroll back in the chat. Thank you for giving me energy. Quaresma. Oops. Does anybody have any questions? I don't see any. So what I'll do is just go ahead and do a little bit of scrying work before I end this reading and lay out for people. And I wanted to just smudge too and send out some good smoke while we're here. So I hope that romance scam reading reaches whoever it was meant for. I'll make sure that I put that in the title of the reading to hopefully just make sure that the person who is going through that sees it. And thanks so much. This is just a little Western red cedar smudge for you out there. This has Western red cedar, oak moss, cinnamon, clove, orange, anise hyssop, I believe. I think that's it. It smells really, really good. And it's a good cleansing and protecting smudge stick for this time of year, for the dark seasons. Western red cedar is a very protective tree. So just sending that out there to you, wishing you lots of good vibes and healing and love. And now I'm going to do some scrying unless somebody has a question they want me to ask. Do you have any questions out there? I don't see any, so I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Been having a lot of heat this morning, lots of heat. Sometimes that happens when the energy is flowing really nicely. You get a lot of heat going. So I'm seeing the letter M. So the letter M might have meaning. I'm also now kind of having Mickey Mouse come through. So someone might be a Disney fan or watching Disney today as a family. It is a holiday in the U.S. I'm also seeing a crown, like the little crown that you see in a chat. So you might have been, I think I'm picking up on someone's energy in the chat today that didn't chat, that was just in here in the chat and live with my reading, but didn't speak. And I just wanted to greet you and send you some loving energy. I don't know what, that's very channeled. Someone maybe needed to feel a touchstone. So I hope I can do that for you in whatever small way. For what it's worth, I'm going to be alone today. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to spend this day with my family. I have a lot of family trauma and estrangement in my own family. And so sometimes for me, a holiday like today is better spent in my own company, just doing my things that feel good to me, like this. Making myself a nice meal. I'm making myself a nice tri-tip roast and gonna steam some broccoli and I've been marinating the roast all night. It's gonna be really yummy. I'm gonna slow roast it and I'm just gonna take care of me today. And that's what I'm seeing with this crown, with that chat, is that you might be somebody that watches a lot but is a quiet watcher of my channel. And I'm sending out my regard and my respect and love to you today, and my thanks for your presence and for being here, even though you're not necessarily someone that's engaging with me through comments and whatever. Your energy is here, and I just want to honor you because I feel like you maybe need it. There's somebody here in this collective that needs to feel witnessed, especially today. So I witness you, and we're not alone, neither one of us today, okay? We're together in spirit. And there's friendly energy between us, and there's friendly energy from me to you today, wherever you are. If you're alone for this holiday, you have my respect, and I hope you'll always feel welcome here. So that's that. Let me just keep going. Now I'm seeing a starfish, which I've seen before. That might have meaning for someone. Starfish are highly symbolic. I've looked them up because I see one so often. Someone has a relationship with starfish in this collective. Venus, the planet Venus is coming through. And the star of Bethlehem. So that's really, that story, the story of the birth of Jesus came through the other day in the reading that said, a table is being prepared before you, before your enemies. So I think that's very beautiful. The Star of Bethlehem, again. Now I'm seeing the letter L. Something about Laverne and Shirley is coming through now. With that L. Or no, wait a minute. That's I Love Lucy. But then didn't Laverne do that too? Didn't she wear the L on her sweater? Or was it either way? I Love Lucy, Laverne and Shirley. There's something coming through about that. Closeness, connection, relationships between close friends and sisters maybe is here for someone. I did see someone make a comment and I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going to let that go. Someone's grandparents are saying hi, which is very sweet. It's showing me my grandpa, but that's because it's to talk about grandparents, like crossed over loved ones. So my grandpa used to have a 5 o'clock shadow a lot, and he'd give me a big squeeze and a hug, and it'd be real scratchy, and I'd say, "What's that scratchiness?" And he'd say, "Those are my whiskers." And the way that he said whiskers, I always really loved it. And it was showing me that, like, very loving, affectionate. There might be folks here that just really need to feel the love of family. And I hope this reading can provide some comfort, truly. We're not alone. We're not alone. We have each other. I'm seeing like a lot of grasslands, grassy prairie, like prairie grass, sweet grass. Oh, it's like a land, honoring the land that we're on. Thank you, Spirit. Showing gratitude. Amen. Lightning. I'm seeing a lot of lightning. So there was that shot coming through in the card layout about someone being brought to justice and being brought down for their crimes. I'm hearing and feeling that, like with this lightning strike, it's like a big tower for someone. But this is somebody who needs to be brought to justice. So this is something that's going to bring relief. Ooh, I'm seeing quilting. Oh my God. This is beautiful, like quilts. Oh wow, and I talked about my mom's quilting, or her quilted pot holder. There's, like, we're just being recognized by loved ones on the other side here. The quilting, I'm seeing quilting stars, like patterns that get passed down in families, quilting patterns. Really beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Now I'm hearing the name of the, I think it's the name of the children's book, but of the Underground Railroad, Follow the Drinking Gourd, which meant, oh my God, I have goosebumps. I'm going to start crying. It has something to do with, so the drinking gourd is the Big Dipper. I'm seeing someone using dowsing rods. Someone had a grandpa that was a dowser. Is coming through. I'm sorry, I'm feeling somebody's family and emotion around this person. I'm sorry. someone's grandpa. Or a grandfather, like an ancestor, right? A male ancestor that used dowsing rods. And that might have been on the Underground Railroad. I just have to say it. I'm sorry. I know that's not my lineage, but I can feel all of the emotion. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's just go ahead and wrap this up. I think that's enough. Not sure how to be responsible for that kind of message. So I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you for being here. And if you like my work, I hope you'll like and subscribe to my channel and come back for more. And maybe because I'm just spending the day today, maybe I'll do another upload later. Probably not a live stream, but just an upload. So my name is Cynthia. This is Cardinal Rose Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and end for the day, or for this reading, I mean. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.